Welcome to this screencast, which will demonstrate for you how to add the Harvard Business materials into one of your courses. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just using a test section course, but this should give you a good indication of how to add the articles as an external link. So as you can see in this particular unit, there's already a reading assignment. So what we're going to do is modify this reading assignment to be titled Unit 2 Reading Assignment A. And all you need to do that is add the A, hit enter, and the title is updated. Now the Harvard case study is going to be Unit 2 Reading Assignment B. Now to do this, since the article is available on the internet through a URL, but we can't actually add a URL directly into the content of the course for copyright reasons, we're going to add an external link. The name of this external link is going to be Unit 2 Reading Assignment B. And the URL that we're linking to is whichever article you want students to read from the Harvard Business materials. So in this case, I'm looking at the email that I received with the various articles and links, and I want to assign the influenza pandemic article. So I'm going to copy this link, by highlighting it and clicking Control-C. You can also right-click it and select copy. And then I'm going to go back to Blackboard, and I'm going to paste that link into the URL area. And then in the text box, I'm going to explain to students what this reading assignment is. So in this case, I'm telling them, please read the article, and the title of this article is, let's see, where did I have it? Influenza Pandemic Planning at LHSC. I'm going to copy that title. I'm going to paste that in here. Please read the article Influenza Pandemic Planning at LHSC, which can be accessed by clicking on the link above. And then you can just say that this article is accessible via the Harvard Business Review in order to give credit there. Then, most importantly, when you scroll down, you're not adding a file, but what you want to do is click yes to open the content in a new window. We don't want the content opening right here within the Blackboard frame, so it's really important that you select yes. Then you can scroll down to submit and click OK. And then your new item is actually going to the bottom of the page, so you're going to want to reorder it so it's the second item. And then you'll notice that what happened to me here is, because I copied and pasted this title out of an email and the font is different, that this whole thing looks a little bit goofy. So unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes with Blackboard. So what I'm going to do to fix this is just go back to Modify. And I should have thought of this before, I apologize. And I'm going to copy this whole thing. Sometimes if you you'll notice that if you try to adjust the font so that it's all Arial and Unit 2, or excuse me, size 2, it doesn't always work. It looks like in this case this might work, so I'm just going to leave it and click Submit. And then sure enough, the font looks fine. This should be a sufficient way to add the article. You'll notice then when we click the link on the link, it does not open right in the Blackboard window, but rather it opens in a brand new window outside of Blackboard, which is exactly what we want to happen. Now, the other way to do this, if you prefer, is to add to the initial unit reading assignment by saying underneath read chapter 2, you would add a line that would say read the article with the article title, and then you would want to say you can find this article in the additional resources folder within this unit. And then in the same fashion that we added this external link, you would need to add an external link to the additional resources folder. So let's say you did that. You would go here, you would modify the reading assignment. Obviously you wouldn't change the title of the reading assignment to reading assignment A because you're not choosing to add a reading assignment B, you're just adding an element to the current reading assignment. So I remove this. I would maybe decide to bullet these since now we've got two different readings happening. And I don't remember the article title off the top of my head. Pandemic planning article. Read the influenza pandemic planning article accessible via the additional resources folder. So obviously you would want to make sure that you have the correct article title in here, and then you would click submit. And then you'll want to find your additional resources folder that's in the unit, open that up, and then you're going to want to add the article as an external link. So this time you would click the button to add an external link. You're going to want to make sure that you copy the title, and in this case you're going to title the link with the name of the article, and then you're going to want to copy and paste the URL again. If you want to put any text in here, you could just say that this article is part of the Unit 2 reading assignment. And then you scroll down, and once again, you'll want to be sure that you select yes to open the content in the new window, and then click submit. And select OK. This brings you back to the resources folder so you can see that the article was added. You can click OK. So once again, in summary, the most important thing to remember about adding this content is that you're adding it as an external link. You're not putting the URL of the article directly into the content. We can't be doing that for copyright purposes. So your first option is to add an additional reading assignment like we did right here, titling it Unit X Reading Assignment B, and having that be an actual external link out to the Harvard article. Otherwise, if you prefer, you can add directions to read the article within the current reading assignment, and then access the additional resources folder and add an external link with the article title and the article URL. If you have any questions about how to do this, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll be happy to assist you.